the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Khalil Mack's no different than any other player in the league. He's always looking for respect from his peers. I think when you make All-Pro at 2 different positions, you get big respect.
First guy ever to do that, by the way, and second in the league behind J.J. Watt, 23 tackles for loss last year. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Now a second down throw for Winston. His throw incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Play fake. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So that'll do it for the first quarter as we kick off another season. 14-0 is our score. Charles and I back to Denver after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
What I have observed over the years is that the faster the running back, like a guy like Jamal Charles, sometimes the more they have to focus on not dropping the football. What I mean by that is oftentimes they're so fast they get the ball away from their body because they do that sprinter's run. And he had a costly one on a Thursday night. You remember that one against Denver? Just had another one here.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Let's go now.
They run it again with Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run the option left. Cut back left, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jameis Winston, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And we know that Winston can use those legs, Charles. 6 rushing touchdowns last year as a rookie, second only among quarterbacks to Newton.
I think people have a belief that Jameis Winston is one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the league. I'm not sure that's totally true. But he knows how to run the football. He can make people miss. He also uses his size to run over people when necessary. A very intelligent runner who knows how to find the end zone in key situations.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now Cutler to throw on second down. And Watson has it right side. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Winston from the gun on third down. And complete on the right side. It's Tammy. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A second down throw for Winston. And Nelson's got it here right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Full start. Offense.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. To throw, Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
So on fourth down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Jay Cutler now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On second down, here's Cutler. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A first down carry here for Charles. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Now Cutler looking to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And caught left side, Olsen.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
And this one's incomplete. So second and 10 here. Second and 10 now. It's Cutler. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? And this
fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And the defensive penetration there blew that play up and got him 2 points.
How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now Cutler. He's going to sling this deep downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Winston. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
False start, offense.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Here we go. Move it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. Second down, Winston. Wheaton with a catch right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So completion on second down, that brings up third. Winston on 3rd and 2. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the...
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Marshall, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Cutler. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Final play of the half, it's Cutler. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Broncos want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Panthers know it's always hard to come in and get a win on the road, but they're not out of this one yet. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd down from inside the 10. Nice work to make the catch in double coverage, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown as they put the first points on the board. Moving now to late in the first. Charles going to look for a gap, and he'll go in for the score. The lead now at 14. Broncos on 2nd and 7. Ball's going to be up for grabs here. He takes off and ends up picking up 30 yards on the run before being tackled. Now following the fumble, Winston's going to duck out to the left, and he'll run it in from 19 yards out. Panthers down by 7. Broncos have it late in the second. Cutler is under pressure and will throw the pick. Robinson's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks or just emphasizing what you've worked on already. And that's what they're planning to do here in the second half.
They won't be looking to reinvent the wheel. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. A first down throw for Winston. Finding time. Wheaton's got it. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.